All right, so we're gonna take you into the band hall. You can see our schedule right there. Got a lot of classes, great classes, but every class does it the band way. And what does that mean? Well, if you're elementary, you meet out here for just a second with me. We kind of debrief, decompress, so to speak, and then we enter. When we come in, personal belongings go on the shelf. Your classroom, I feel, has to have a map, a management action plan, not just a physical map of where to go, but also what to do. One of the things that we installed here was I call it visioneering. It's our vision wall, where kids can get an image of who they can be. They see kids that have come prior to them, that have had experiences in the band, and it gets them to dreaming of what their experience can be. And we also wrapped the wall there. It was a lot less expensive than you think, and with images and pictures from past performances. So if you're a beginner, you really got something that you can look up to, figuratively and literally, as you see an older sibling or a cousin or a friend or a kid you ride the bus with, and it makes the experience more real. We call it unmatched experience. I challenge folks to always consider branding their band if you can. I love dry erase boards right here. You can see if I have a special announcement I need made as kids are walking in, I use that dry erase board to notify them of that. Other than that, everything's pretty much automated. We operate off of what we call the We Are, the ARE, which starts with our agenda. When you come in, you can see immediately. The kids know exactly what to do. Every day we have an agenda. I tell the kids I don't trust anybody who doesn't have an agenda. Agendas are so important. We got the good 80s classic music Steve was playing right there. And then, of course, after the agenda, ARE, the R is our routines. You've seen it already. Personal belongings go on the shelf when you first enter. The kids know that. Next, they know to bring their horns to their chairs and put them underneath their chairs. If they're beginners, if they're older students, they obviously just leave them by the cubbies and then they bring their instruments to them. Everything has to be very intentional. Otherwise, if you don't dictate the narrative, your circumstance will. Always encourage them to have pencil and music. And we have specific places here. This is our little station right here. You can see we have a little storage area. We've got all the areas marked, so even a kid can come here and know exactly what to get and where it's at and how to get it. Really simple. Also, we store music up there, pencil sharpener, as well as the pencils right there. You always have your pencil and your music. You read the band agenda board, of course, to see exactly what it is you're supposed to do. And I usually give them a few minutes to warm up on their own. And of course, they always need to remember to take their belongings with them. The next thing is our code of cooperation. We live by this. It's not just rules, but it's guidelines, procedures, and systems. I call them the GPS for success. Follow directions, raise your hand to speak, stay in your seat, be prepared, respect property of others, treat with respect, gum, candy, food, or drinks are not allowed. And you'd be surprised. We start our day each and every day like that. The kids start it. That's our bell ringer. It sets the tone for what we do and who we are each and every day. We don't just talk about it, we be about it. That's the conclusionary statement we say each and every day, just as a reset and a reminder, because what I understand is every class has a different set of expectations and rules. So we have to make sure at the beginning we set the tone before we start making tones. ARE, agenda, routines, expectations. Where are they in your room? That's always the challenge I give folks to ask themselves. And is it done in such a way where the map, the management action plan is clear from the time they walk in to the time they get their instruments to the time they head out? In the meantime, when we talk about instruction, what's the big picture? It's the I am. Just like this mirror that I have right here shows me who I am. I think instructionally, there should be a mirror as well where kids can look and see exactly who they need to be. And you can see I made this matrix right here. I have every month of the fall semester as well as every grade. And you can follow the matrix to see on any given month what your grade level is supposed to be able to do. And then we have celebrations. We check off at the end of the month and we make a celebration out of it. Now you may ask, what do I do in the springtime? In the springtime, we have star charts. Star charts are like, they're everything. They're like the Super Bowl. We do things like March Music Madness. We do a number of different things. But at the beginning, what I realize is if you don't teach it in the fall, you probably won't have time to enjoy it in the spring. But that's a little bit about ours. You can see how we set up the chairs. The chairs are set up in rows. This is one thing that I took from social distancing that I found was an incredible classroom management tool. It allows me to walk the areas. It allows them to see uniformity. And this is a level of clarity and grid-likeness that just gives more ample space for the teaching. And at the same time, too, it declutters the situation. It brings clarity. I can't explain it, but I'm telling you, behavior is affected by proximity. So I'm able to walk the room. I'm able to see the room. I'm able to guide the room better. And it just makes a considerable difference. So this is our MAP. This is our management action plan. You meet at the door, you put your things away, you got about 30 seconds to grab your horns, you come back to your chair. There's no dead time. Everything is intentional. Everything is intentional. We start our day with our ARE, agenda, routines, expectations. I call that win by 10. In the first 10 minutes, what is your opening set? In first 10 minutes, no less than that, we're ready to start. Most times it's even 5 minutes. So that's it in a nutshell. Let's unpack it. Let's keep on going.